What's going on, people? Welcome back to our Arsenal news show. Of course, we keep you updated with the latest Arsenal news every single day. So, if you're not subscribed already, then what are you doing, people? You want to keep up to all the latest Arsenal transfer news and rumors? Make sure you get down below and hit the subscribe button. It's completely free to do. Be greatly appreciated as we're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. We've got some big news as always to talk about. The daily dose of transfers is back, as we know. We're talking Viktor Gyokeres. We're talking Nico Williams. We're talking a few other news here and there as well. Before you do so, make sure you hit like buttons. That would be greatly appreciated. And also, don't be afraid, man. Get your thoughts in down below. Get your thoughts, comments. Love to hear you guys' opinions on everything we do discuss today. So yeah, let's get right into the main piece of news today, and that is, you've guessed it, people, Viktor Gyokeres' latest news. And breaking, Arsenal have permission from Sporting to explore personal terms of Viktor Gyokeres' camp. Andrea Berto will now meet with his agent and Mikel Arteta's long-term friend, Hassan. I'm not going to bother pronouncing the second name because I probably would butcher that. Just call him Hassan for now. Big up Hassan. With the aim to have multiple options this summer. This comes today by a hand of Arsenal. Um, yeah, this guy on X saying this today. There's also another um, thing I want to share on this story because quite a few other sources have reported more news on this, and we're going to share this one because this comes today by Graham Bailey over there from, if it wants to load, yeah, over there from HITC TBR football, and he's saying Viktor Gyokeres representatives have been very impressed after talks of Arsenal. They're very happy with what they've heard after Arsenal stepped up their interest in the striker. So yeah, we've already opened talks. According to many reports, we seems to be very interested in, Viktor Gyokeres. This has been confirmed by multiple journalists, multiple sources as well. Um, and apparently, we are now in the stage of trying to get this guy in terms of personal terms agreed. If the player wants to come, and if he can agree the personal terms, and then I'm sure from there we can organize getting the deal done. Hopefully, so yeah. I mean, as I said the other day, we're in April right now. The window's not even open, and we're already getting reports every single day about these certain types of players. The likes of Viktor Gyokeres, the likes of Nico Williams, and it's positive signs so far. I know they're just rumors and they're just reports, and you got to take, when they come with transfer rumors, you got to take everything with a pinch of salt, um, because we know what transfers are like. But it's positive news that already we're getting some big, leaks coming out. This is Andre Berta's, couple of days in as Arsenal director officially, and this guy already is getting down to business, which we love to see. Um, and yeah, look, for me, I don't think personal terms will be an issue for Viktor Gyokeres. I think, he's done his bit in Sporting Lisbon. He's been loyal with them, to be honest with you. I mean, he's been there for 2 years now. Completely took the mick, took liberties in the Portuguese league. I mean, the record will speak for itself. Even if you don't watch the guy, I mean, you look at the goals and numbers that this guy producing over there in the Portuguese league. It's absolutely astonishing. Let's not forget he did at Coventry City as well in the Championship, which we know is a tough league. If it's a physical league as well, it's a tough league to get out of, and to do that in the Championship, he already proved that he can do it in English football as well. And listen, I think we've seen this guy enough. Even when he played against Arsenal, a lot of people have this weird sort of like argument saying, "Oh, but what did he do against Arsenal?" I'll tell you what he did do against Arsenal. He spun up Saliba and also did Kivior. And I know that ain't easy. I know that's not that hard to do because it's Kivior. Of all due respect to him, yeah. But this guy still created their most was the player that created the most chances for Sporting Lisbon in that game. Yeah, still spun Saliba by the halfway line, and I didn't really notice any striker to do that really. Maybe Alexander Isak, and that's it. Yes, he didn't score. He didn't really hit the ground running as he would like to against Arsenal. But we battered them 5-1 because we were the better side, and their defense was wide open. They just came back with a new manager as well. So we can't judge him off one game. Yeah, and if you want to judge him off games, and why don't you judge him off when they battered Man City and he scored a hat trick? Then man literally dunked on Man City, scored a hat trick. You're telling me that Viktor Gyokeres in his current Arsenal side right now, yeah, when you got Mika Marino up front, who's a DM, Yeah, I know we signed him as a centre mid left eight, yeah, but he's clearly not. He clearly can't play left eight in the Premier League. He's clearly more suited to a DM role, the way how he plays. Like why can't and he's up front right now, and he's only Mo Salah's outscored him in February or something, since February. Only Mo Salah's outscored him out of all the Premier League strikers there. And you're telling me someone like Viktor Gyokeres, who's got 42 goals in 42 games or whatever it may be, some crazy stats, yeah. You're telling me that this guy ain't gonna come in and thrive in this Arsenal team. Even in his current with all our injuries right now, even this guy will come in and if we sign him in January, could you imagine? Like, but listen, at the end of the day, I don't think personal terms will be an issue. I think there will be other clubs in for Gyökeres. I think that's obviously going to be, proven. Man United will look at him. To be honest with you, Chelsea will look at him because I know they need a striker. We're obviously there as well. I think Nottingham Forest are in that mix as well, looking at strikers. So could they be involved with Gyökeres? But I think in terms of personal terms, it's not going to be an issue. It's a Premier League number one. It's Arsenal Football Club number two. We're in Champions League football again. We're the third biggest club in England based on history. It's Arsenal. A lot of players um, do come to Arsenal because of that history. I mean, that's what we see. Apparently, they all support Arsenal as little kids or something. Like, it seems that way, doesn't it? So, I don't think personal terms will be an issue with Viktor Gyökeres by any means necessary. People get the deal done. Berta wants him. Berta's wanted him since Atletico Madrid. By the way, he knows what he's doing better. Get Gyökeres in. I know we all want Isaac. I know that's a dream and all of this, but that's not going to happen anytime soon, people. Yeah, when a player like Gyökeres is out there available in the summer, you can't turn that down. You got to go all the way and go for this guy. So yeah, we have to wait and see this one, how this one does obviously develop. But of course, I've hear you guys' thoughts down below there as well. We're gonna continue with a few other pieces of news. I'm gonna go with this one first and foremost. Some interesting news actually that I found today, kind of by David Ornstein as well, and he says despite Kieran and potentially Alexander Zinchenko leaving in the summer, there's no certainty that Arsenal would sign another left back. The presence of Ricardo Calaflori and Miles Lewis-Skelly could be enough to satisfy the Gunners. So expect obviously both Tierney and Zinchenko to leave. Personally, I'd keep Tierney all day long. Yeah, and I'm not using because I've got a Tierney number 3 shirt in the background right there, people. Yeah, I'm saying it because this guy's a proper left back. Obviously, he's going to be probably going back to his boyhood club Celtic, and fair play to him. He's going to go and smash it there. But I'd personally keep Tierney anyway. He's going to be going. I'd also Zinchenko. I'll keep this guy as a midfielder. I saw him play against PSV. People, we saw him how good he was against PSV. That's his position. Play him in the correct position, answer. He's a midfielder. If I'd keep him if it's in terms of playing him as a midfielder. If you're playing him as left back, no way. Yeah, move him on. But I do expect both of them to actually leave Arsenal, Zinchenko and Tierney. It's interesting how we won't be signing another left back. Like, I think for me, if they were to both go, yes, Lewis Skelly can play left back and he's been doing astonishing there. But would we actually see this manager maybe try him out where he used to play Lewis Skelly, left eight, sort of midfielder role? Or is he going to be that main left back for Arsenal next season? It seems that way. I mean, obviously, we know Calafori can play left back, but let's be honest with it, he's not had that position locked down, has he? He's been poor in that position, if we're being honest with it. Going forward, he's superb, but Calafori is a centre back. He is a centre back, and I expect it to be more centre back cover. So it wouldn't surprise me if we were to sign, especially Kivio could move on as well, which I think he should be going out the door. We need to sign at least a centre back there. And yeah, look like he's putting all his faith in Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back. And then as we know, Calafori can play there. But I don't know, guys. Let me know. Do you guys think? I think sign a player like someone like Joao Hato from Ajax who can play centre back and left back as well. I think that'd be a very sensible signing because you've got depth in both areas there, in my honest opinion. Someone like Joao Hato, for me, would be a really, really good signing because he's now more of a left back, which we're going to need if Tierney and Zinchenko go, but also can play centre back as well. I think that would be a much more sensible signing if that makes sense there. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, obviously, on that one there as well. Just quickly before we get into a bit of news about Nico Williams once again, because that's been flying around again. Um, Reiss Nelson, who remembers this guy? Reiss Nelson back at Arsenal training centre to proceed with his recovery from his hamstring injury. So we're recalling from his loan. He's back with Arsenal now. And for British Joe is saying he's surely leaving Arsenal again in the summer transfer window. So, yeah, I mean, Reiss Nelson looked like this guy will be on the way out. Whether it's going to be another loan deal or not, whether or not we sell him permanently, I think it's the end of Reiss Nelson. I'm really doing this. It's a shame because this guy came from Hale End, never really got to the height where we all expected. Did we expect this guy to get? I mean, it's very hard when you got Saka there, but he's never really been that. Honestly, I just don't think rates him. I'll be honest with it. You know, we all remember the memories that he gave us that we're gonna remember for years now. That that goal against Bournemouth. And you know what? That season he had some good games. I remember off the bench against Nottingham Forest when we beat them 5-0. He scored a brace in Europa League. He was balling out. Someone's calling me, people. Who's calling me, bro? People calling me. Is it Arteta, mate? Is it Arteta? But yeah, sorry. But yeah, yeah. No, as I was saying, like for me, he has some good games, and I was thinking this guy deserves a proper chance, but he's never really been. I don't think Arteta's trusting him enough, and he's been out on loan. He's not really done a lot at Fulham. He's had a few good games, but then his injuries have let this guy down. So it's such a shame with Reiss Nelson, man. I've always wanted this guy to work out at Arsenal, but just don't see it anytime soon. But I wish him all the best, of course. When he does move on, which he is going to be in the summer as well. So final news today is about this guy once again. David Ornstein saying Arsenal's on run in pursuit of Nico Williams based on Mikel Arteta's desire to sign him is well documented. Recruiting that position has been on the agenda for some time, and it remains the case. Clearly, it seems that Arsenal will try again, but this is a highly challenging deal to do, and therefore there is no guarantee it happens. Williams is expected to be more open to a move in the summer 2025 than previously. So this is what Ornstein is saying that nothing is sort of concrete just yet, but you know he is more Williams a player. He's more open to move from Bilbao. Now there's also a report that came out the other day as well that Arsenal tried their very best to actually get a deal done in January. We was going to activate the release clause in January for Nico Williams, but he rejected and he wanted to stay at Bilbao. He didn't want to move from Bilbao in that obviously January period as well. And actually, maybe not January. Maybe it was the summer. Actually, it might have been the summer. Like it could have been both. I don't even know. But either way, there was a point where we was very close to activating the release clause apparently, and they said, Bilbao, of course, are happy, but Williams wanted to stay. And he obviously is now there at Bilbao. But it seems like in the summer he could wanted to obviously he's more open to a move away than he's used to been, to be honest with you. So listen, we have to wait and see how this one develops, to be honest with you, because we're hearing different things every single day with this. Yesterday we spoke about Arsenal meeting with his agents, to try and get a deal done. I don't know how true that's going to be. Again, this is just all rumors, man. So yeah, expect this one to be every single day. Arsenal link with this player, as it always is in these transfer windows. But we have to wait and see. I mean, it's got to a point now where we only believe it when they actually hold the shirt up. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I mean, I spoke enough about Nico Williams. For me, it's a no-brainer. Definitely a winner that should be our main priority, as well as a striker. Get Gyökeres in and get Williams in. That'd be if we can get these two players in, that's the winner sorted for me. The striker sorted out there. Just need a few other areas like another midfielder, defenders as well, or another defender, maybe two new midfielders, the goalkeeper, then Williams and Gyökeres. I think that would look really, really good. Yeah, so that's the latest there. Ornstein basically coming out and saying that there's not a lot concrete. Arsenal are obviously interested because that's been proven, but at the moment there's not that much concrete happening. There's not a deal done yet, as we know. Not really a deal close, if we're being honest with it. We're just interested in it. We're just eyeing the move for Nico Williams, it seems like. But yeah, that is all the news today, guys. Love to hear you guys' thoughts as always down below. Make sure you haven't already hit that button. I'll be greatly appreciated. We're here every single day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, of course, for another news show. Take care, everyone. As always, come on, you Gunners. And we're out of here, people.